Welcome to Geek Blast.
Geek Blast, you better make way. Open up your ears and let the word spray. Hey, hey, did you hear the noise? Something just exploded as a mushroom, have you noticed? Geek Blast, clear out the path. Gizmo's throwing caca and Chewbacca is a rat. Hey, what? Better call your dad. Something has been growing underneath the doormat. Geek Blast.
Welcome back, geeks, nerds, and dweebs alike. I'm Mike.
I'm Toombs.
And we got James over in the UK.
Our special little corner.
Yes, it's a nice corner. It's a very nice corner.
Should be sounding brilliant.
This week you should be sounding top notch.
I felt like blowing my brains out after listening to last week's show. I was like,
yeah, we all did.
I really sound that loud?
You
Really?
sounded like a muffled god type. But this week we have a pretty cool show set up for everybody. Of course, James is going to give us some comic news. And then we're going to talk a bit about... we're going to do the Star Wars lesson after that. And we have a movie quote. And I'm also going to talk about the space probe, Rosetta. It's something very interesting that I geek out on, which is space, the final frontier.
And following that, I'm going to talk about Rosetta Stone and how it can help you. Very much.
Decipher the language of space.
Exactly. They go hand in hand, sir.
Read between the lines.
And then after I go on my rant about the Rosetta Stone, or I'm sorry, the Rosetta Probe. You're messing me up, Toombs.
Man. Sheesh.
We got Toombs' travel guide, and
game news,
and then the Geekly Desire.
Yeah.
So
we're also going to talk about some of the shows we've been keeping up with that we
Yes.
haven't talked about lately, such as Walking Dead and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes, and there's that movie Interstellar came out. I didn't know if anybody saw it, but I heard very good things about it from everyone that's seen it.
Oh, yeah, I never heard of it, sir. That's something I have not.
Oh, you haven't heard it?
Not even a tidbit, no.
You're too into your games. That's why.
Yeah. Well, I haven't had cable in
Matthew
about...
McConaughey.
Oh, McConaughey.
And
is he still looking crackish?
No, I heard that he does take his shirt off in that movie.
So he's gained some pounds, maybe?
So
Took his shirt off.
The man does not wear deodorant, I've heard.
I don't know about that, but
You should know.
I don't.
Being the fan that you are.
No, I'm not.
Okay. You just said you were, though. You said you liked it when he takes his shirt off.
No. That's the ongoing joke, is he takes his shirt off in every
And
movie.
it arouses you.
No.
We've talked about this.
No. Everybody, don't mess with that. All right?
Did he take his shirt off in Wolf of Wall Street?
Don't mess with that.
You said you liked his candy covered nipples.
All right. So anyway, let's get into a couple
He's
things.
blushing.
No, I'm
Cracker Barrel's blushing.
Cracker Barrel. If everybody out there doesn't know, I like cheese, and that's why Toombs calls me Cracker
Goes
Barrel.
way back.
Goes way back. So we just want to talk a little bit about corrosive radio.
Corrosive radio.
And they're 24-hour music, and they also have another show on corrosive radio called Burnt Film. You can check them out at 2 p.m. on Sundays. That's Eastern Standard Time. Mm-hmm. And they talk about movies and stuff like that. So check them out.
As I've said before, join Dan and Brendan as they go down the rabbit hole of cinema.
We gotta get a clip of the commercial just so we can play it. So join them and give yourself to the dark side. So corrosive radio and Burnt Film at 2 p.m. Sundays. Also, I'd like to shout out Mickey over at BatcaveComics.com. Check him out. He'll find you some cool books and other cool things if need be. So check him out. You can also check out our Facebook page. It's KMDT Presents Geek Blast, and we've been having some stuff on there, which is pretty cool. We got Rabbit back on the page.
Yay! I missed her.
Yeah, she went away for a little while, and now she's back.
Freshly back from rehab.
No.
Kidding, Rabbit. That's usually where people go when they disappear for a while.
Yeah. Also, we want to shout out the memester, good old Mimi. She's like the face of Facebook for us, I guess you could say. She does a lot. So we just want to thank you.
And I've finally started posting on Comic Book Movie.
Oh, and yes, I've seen that. That's it's very good.
This
I figured a way around all that.
This bloke posted.
Oh, he did he?
I found a rather interesting way to get around the whole conundrum of the spacing in the words.
Fucking oi, James.
So also you can check out our posts on Corrosive Radio and comicbookmovie.com. So if you're listening from comicbookmovie.com, you can call us up at 201-580-3712 and give us your opinions, yell at us, scream at us, tell us you hate us, tell us you love us. We don't really care. We just want to hear from somebody.
Just share the feeling with us.
Yeah, share your feelings. It's all about feelings.
Preferably all those people that did not like my Flash review.
And for you people that didn't like that, I'm going to give you this right now.
I say yes.
So that's our shout-outs. Let's jump right into comics, James. Let's see what you got for us.
Okay, well, as you guys know, I've been absolutely racking my brain. I've been scouring the internet, and so far, all I've come up with is that first print, the first edition of the Shrinking Ant-Man. Not sure what to go with that, and also the fact that DC are using Harley Quinn to headline most of their 2015 comic books.
Really?
And of course, Spider-Verse, which is... I've had my fingers all over that.
I think you've had more than just your fingers on it, James.
Am I the only guy who doesn't find Harley Quinn that cool? I mean, I just find her incredibly annoying. I don't know. A lot of people like her, but...
Well, Mr. J.
Yeah, she's kind of annoying, but I like her. Oh, Harley. I think she's a cool character. I mean, she was actually created for the Batman animated series, which is cool. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, she was brought into...
great personality.
Yeah, she was brought into the universe of Batman just specifically for that cartoon.
That voice, man. That voice.
That annoying, squeaky voice, yeah.
Like she's an ex-meth head or something. I don't know.
Ex?
Ex-meth.
She's actually a current meth head.
No, she's just really screwed up from a lot of previous meth, I'm telling you. She's trying to stop. But.
And a lot of that Joker flour. You know, the flour that Joker wears?
Is edible meth.
Sorry, James. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay, so yeah, but with Spider-Verse, we finally got a very good look into everything. And I'll just do a very quick breakdown. No, I mean, normally they found some way to make, the main Peter Parker we all follow. They found some way to make it all focused on him, right?
Okay. What do they do?
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
There's this family of beings that go throughout the whole of reality, time and space, feeding off of spider men, women, things, animals.
Fraggles, right?
And Fraggles.
Yeah,
just kidding. Sorry.
There's a spider ham. It's a pig.
Yes, Peter Porker.
Peter Porker, man.
I love that. Yeah. I love that when I was a kid, man.
But yeah, basically what they've done is it's like anything. This family can only survive by feeding off Spider-Men, and they travel throughout the whole of reality eating spider totems, as they say, beings that have the spider power. Mm-hmm. And they managed to manipulate this one spider totem that he kind of like weaves the web of life. Does that make sense?
Okay.
And every single strand of life is resting on the one strand of our Peter Parker.
So it's one strand to rule them all?
Yeah.
Now, James, can you please explain to me what a Spidey totem is? Because it sounds something like a Fig Newton to me. Please explain what it is.
Well, they're getting eaten as quick. So, basically, as soon as a being is given spider powers, they become a spider totem.
Ah.
So, as soon as Peter got bit by a spider totem. One of the short stories they put in the end of issue 8, I think it was obviously Spider Girl, which is alternate future where him and MJ had kids. Mullen breaks into a member of the Mullen family breaks into the house, murders Spider-Girl's boyfriend, and then tries to kills Peter, kills MJ because she doesn't leave Peter's side, and then Spider-Girl and the little baby brother, who also has spider powers, escape into the time vortex. Because do you remember when Spider-Man got given the power cosmic?
Yes.
There's currently about 23 Spider-Men all hiding in his dimension because they won't go there because the power cosmic's too powerful. Yeah.
Now let me ask you. You said I don't know if you were just kidding about the Spider Pig, but is he in the Spider-Verse?
Yes.
He is.
He is.
That's awesome. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Because when R. Peter first sees him, he goes, "Oh, come on, a cartoon pig? This has got to be something by Mysterio." And then they bring out Mayday Parker, and it's like, "Oh, you've met me before." But yeah, I've reviewed it. I've just yet to publish it to Comic Book Movie, so look out for that in 4 days ish.
4 days ish. Okay, sounds good. So other than Spider-Verse, I did want to touch again on all of the number ones coming out because it's a really cool thing, and I'm anticipating Infinity Gauntlet again. I mean,
yes. Oh, I also forgot. We've also got the Axis, haven't we?
Okay.
Have you heard of Axis?
Axis.
Axis.
No.
AXIS.
Oh, Axis. Sorry, your
accent.
Your accent.
So much A's.
Threw me off.
Basically, I mean, I first saw this when I went on my monthly comic book run.
Okay.
And it was, at first I was like, is that Axin? Because if you rotate the comic book, it says Axis no matter which way you look at it, upside down or the right way up. And that looks interesting. I can't wait to see that. Oh, and also Secret Wars, which we...
Yes, the Secret Wars is... but all these number ones, I think, are leading up to the Secret Wars. Yeah, from what I've seen thus far. So I think that it's going to be a good time.
I mean, does this kind of worry you, though, about a lack of creativity? I mean, the fact that they're just rejuvenating all of this old material?
I've actually had that thought for a while because there's only so many superheroes you can create and there's only so many powers there are.
And there really hasn't been a cool one created in like 20 years. So.
Yeah. But you also got to think, like, all the younger generations now are going to be able to actually put their hands on these books and read through them and see what happened. But, the thing that will bother me is if they change the storylines.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand adding little elements here and there, but to change it totally to where there's a different outcome or a different plot line, And
I think they're already kind of doing that because the front cover of the Infinity Gauntlet has the Guardians of the Galaxy on it.
Yeah, and they had nothing... wait a minute.
With Thanos.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there was anybody involved in the Infinity Gauntlet that was from Guardians. Drax was?
Drax, yeah.
Drax was in there.
Drax did a lot with Thanos.
But as far as Star-Lord goes, and...
I don't think he was even in it.
Nebula was in it. Yeah, there was no Star-Lord. There was no Groot or Rocket Raccoon.
No.
So there was a couple of them, but Star-Lord, no. No, sir.
I think basically they're going to try and make the comic books and movies as similar as they can without offending anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then again,
that way more moviegoers will go, hey, I saw the movie of that. This comic might be pretty good.
That's what America sells on, is trying not to offend people.
Yeah. I'd like to see slight differences. You know what I mean? If they give little slight...
Yeah, they tweak it here and there.
Yeah, little different things. But, I mean, or to make it better, add more, but do not change it.
That's what Marvel have been doing, with they did a Spider-Man .1 series where they introduced a lot of mini story arcs.
Right.
And it's like, for instance, they had, I think it was Spider-Man 1.1 where they introduced a villain. At the time, he was just a high school kid. And then he went off to juvie, did all, typical criminal reformation stuff. And in Amazing Spider-Man issue 8, he was a henchman. And then he turned on his employer and started helping Spidey. And then he gave him a business card for Parker Industries going, this guy gives people second chances no matter what their background is.
Also, another comic coming out this December that looks kind of interesting is Hulk vs. Thanos.
Yeah.
Thanos is just really busting onto the scene pretty pretty big this year. He's finally starting to show his face to the world. I knew it was going to happen. When I was a kid, I knew it was going to eventually happen.
Yeah, you were always like, Thanos. Why is he not... why does not everybody like this guy?
Or a lot of people didn't know about him, even though the Infinity Gauntlet was a huge seller of a comic book, But he was forgotten for a while.
Yeah, absolutely.
Isn't his whole story that he was too ugly and that he got rejected by his own race, so he killed them all? I remember reading that somewhere that he was...
But
ugly,
he looked just like them.
Yeah.
He was just the bastard child.
So
then when he
I've
was,
got no friends.
I don't know about that.
unless it was when he was resurrected by death.
That might be it.
You
Speaking
know.
of which, does anyone else find it funny that Thanos loves death, but death loves Deadpool?
Death is a strange character. Death doesn't accept Thanos because Thanos became more powerful than Death itself. If Thanos didn't do that, because Thanos wanted to become the most powerful being on Earth just so Death would accept him, but it backfired instead. And
They hinted that in the Avengers. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
To rule them is to court death.
Yes.
And when it said court, obviously, I thought, typical Old English courting.
Right. That's the first thing that'll come to my mind. But Hulk versus Thanos, man. Gamma versus Cosmic Power. I don't know. I think Thanos will kick his ass because...
Speaking of Hulk versus things, have you seen the new Age of Ultron footage?
No.
Well, I seen a trailer for it.
They showed a little bit more of the Hulk fight, with the as him and the Hulkbuster suit and when Hulk are about to punch, the Iron Man fist becomes reinforced, and then there's an impact. And,
I saw the trailer for it, and it was pretty cool. I think we posted it on our Facebook page, and that was pretty sweet. I mean, the trailer looks pretty amazing. But I mean, personally, I think Gamma Power is pretty strong, and there's not much known about it, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
Cosmic Power is like, everyone knows Cosmic Power.
Right.
It's
There's so many beings
It's the
that
strongest
have it,
thing in the universe, in the Marvel universe.
But Gamma...
Nobody knows about Gamma and what
Right.
it does. I mean, it created the Hulk, and Hulk is a bad mofo. Bad man with Gamma. But, I don't know. I think it's...
I like to see how it plays out and how they do it. I mean,
know.
it is going to be Starlin. You know what I mean? So, hopefully he stays
And they did
true
this
to
before.
who they are.
They did it before, where they Hulk fought Thanos, right?
Not a full-blown comic on it.
No?
I mean, they fought each other here and there.
Didn't Thanos just suffocate him?
Well, I know in the Infinity
In the Infinity Gauntlet? No. He, I don't think he did much to Hulk. Drax, I think he bitch-slapped or something.
I know he flicked Spider-Man's head off.
Yeah, and he suffocated.
Skeleton.
He suffocated Cyclops with a cube on his head.
Yeah.
And they turned Wolverine's skeleton
Into rubber.
Into rubber, yeah.
Yeah, rubber. And then what else was he did? Oh, he also threw Mjolnir into the deep depths of space.
Yup. He stomped on Nova. He turned him into child's building blocks, and he stomped all over it.
Speaking of Nova, in the Spider-Verse, Kane, Peter's clones, or one of them. No.
No, I guess
No,
not.
I know him.
I don't.
Remember the whole
I
mess
thought you were just going to continue, sorry.
you know the whole mess with the Clone Saga?
Right.
Yeah. Well, basically one of Morland's big brother went off to Earth to find Spider-Man, came across the clone, and absolutely beat the crap out of Nova just to get to Spider-Man. So, I mean, they played it as if he's dead or something, but either way, he's pretty beat up.
I never really kept up on Nova that much. Does he have legs?
Yes.
He does have legs?
Yeah.
Okay.
He does have legs.
Right.
I don't know much about him either.
I just thought he was our handicapped hero.
But when he flies, his legs disappear, I think, and
then he becomes handicapped.
and you get like a little comet action.
Is he like basketball?
Probably.
I always wondered that, though, because I never really read his comics or,
Yeah, no, I never really kept up on Nova comics. I mean, mostly I was into X-Men and
Peter Porker.
Peter Porker, of course. I mean, there was a whole universe of animals that they did.
The Frog Thor.
And
Frog Thor?
There was Wolverine was actually like a Wolverine. I gotta.
Did he have a
find
pull
all that
string?
stuff again?
slash. Berserker claw.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is Toombs with his crazy voices.
That was James.
I got Elmo down.
Yeah, we know. You know what? Damn, I forgot to get the clip of the clip of James doing Paul McCartney.
I swear, no, that's getting burned. That's getting put into the deep
It can't
depths.
be burned. I have it.
No, burn it. Send it away.
He doesn't like it, Mike.
I don't like you.
I don't want to.
I don't want.
Stop it, Barrel.
But speaking of clips, we're going to jump real fast. I have a clip that I failed to get last week and the week before because of our technical issues. But
Obey the power of the clip.
yeah, one of our when we were at the Comic-Con in New York City, the Tommy Davidson, we met him, and he's in that show. What was the show? Damn it. It's running on the tip of my tongue.
Black Dynamite.
Black Dynamite, thank you. With Michael White and a bunch of other big stars.
Michael White is a Spawn guy, right?
Yeah, he's from Spawn. He was actually Spawn.
He's in a lot of
He's in a lot of different things I saw.
I was looking through Netflix the other day, and there was like a strand of maybe like 8 movies, like
and they're like
B budget.
They're like B movies, yeah.
where he
they're
fights
all
a
on
lot.
Netflix.
Oh,
I
have you
think he
seen
really
the,
is a good fighter.
He is.
Have you seen the Spawn fan film that was set inside a store?
But he was actually in Spawn, the movie. He was Spawn.
Yes, he was shiny.
But we had Tommy Davidson for a little while. You know, we had some time with him, and he did a little plug for us. So
he couldn't wait for us to come over.
Yeah.
You know, we went over,
He invited us to his house and stuff.
shots of moonshine, and he showed us his closet.
But here's the plug from Tommy Davidson.
Cool.
Tommy Davidson blasting off on the Geek Blast at Comic-Con. NYC, baby. For real?
And he's a funny guy, man. You just talk to him, and it's just like, dude, everything you say is just funny, even when you're serious. It was kind of like, it brought me back to the days when like we were kids, and Toombs would just be like, anything he would say would just be funny.
He's
You hear that? You're not funny anymore, Toombs.
Yeah, I know. Luckily, I lost that shit. Yeah, that's long gone.
No, it's not. You still have it in you.
But yeah, Tommy. He was nice enough to take a couple photos with us, and then his his preacher person ran up on us and
like, you can't be done.
Scooted us away.
Yeah.
He's like, no, it's fine, it's cool. These guys are coming over next week. We can drink some beers.
But it was cool because Comic-Con's a great spot, man. We could talk about it for the rest of the year, and
the amount of people that wanted our autographs.
Oh yeah, a lot of people thought we were security too because we were wearing yellow Geek Blast shirts, and the security guys all had yellow shirts on. So they were like, "Can you tell me where room 4 is?" And we're like, "No. Do you see the shirt? We're not security." And then by the end of the weekend, I'm just like, "Yeah, it's down there. You make a right, and then the elevator. You go down 3 floors."
You learn over time.
So good times at Comic-Con 2014.
So we're gonna make it to the Stalker Walker.
I had fun.
Yes. Yeah. We're going to the Stalker Walker Con in December. It's 13th and 14th.
Maybe we meet some Walking Dead cast.
I've already applied for interviews with Herschel.
Yeah.
And who are the other? T-Dog. T-Dog.
Are they all dead, Mike?
Oh, well, that's the stipulation. You can't interview live characters. So
Really?
people who are actually on the show right now, you can't request interviews with them.
Really?
You can only request ones that are not on the show any longer. And I can see why. I mean, you're going to be trying to get information out of them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's true. And they try to keep it so hush hush.
Yeah. So,
right, so T-Dog,
the governor,
Herschel,
the governor,
cool.
I
David
requested
Morrissey?
him. Yeah, David Morrissey. And then
He's actually English, isn't he?
yes.
Yeah, he is.
Yes.
His nephew went to my school, and my English teacher knows him.
Wow.
Oh, all right.
Interesting.
Well, start putting your feelers out there, buddy.
James, have you noticed, which I enjoy because it's adding a little bit of flavor to the American television, have you noticed the explosion of English actors portraying American lead characters?
The
It's
first
huge,
person that did it for
huge.
me that really wowed me was definitely Hugh Laurie in House.
What? What?
Did you ever
House.
watch House?
Yeah, I've seen House.
Yeah.
The guy with the limp and the cane,
Yeah.
and he always at the end of every episode he's got this huge chip on his shoulder. And at the end of the episode, everybody's like, "You're God."
No, sorry.
No, you never saw it?
No.
So you didn't watch one of the most successful TV shows of its time?
No.
I mean, I only watched it so much either myself. So,
But I mean,
Yeah,
even for a great example, look at Walking Dead, Andrew Lincoln.
right?
You know?
Yeah.
But fun fact, apparently I look like David Morrissey a little bit, so I'm doing that as a cosplay after Star-Lord.
All right.
And
That's it.
I started watching this show called Forever. It has the dude leading from Fantastic Four. I didn't
Oh,
know he was
yes.
English until
I've been told to get into that.
It's not a bad show.
Sadly, I only know him from Horrible Bosses as the wet work guy.
The wet work guy. I've watched Horrible Bosses maybe never.
Basically, a wet work guy is a guy that you pay to pee on you. And because
much
they
does
were
that
under
cost?
the impression that
Yeah.
a wet work guy was someone you paid to take care of dead bodies.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, fun fact, I have a friend who looks just like him. So when we go to Comic-Con,
Do you pee on him?
defo. No, in England, we're thinking of doing a big Fantastic Four thing. You know, I could go as Johnny, he could go as Miss Fantastic, and we're going to try and get a thing going.
It sounds like
Yeah.
a good time.
It does. I'll be
If he agrees to it. The annoying part is he actually is the smartest person I know.
Okay. Well, back on some con stuff. I mean, obviously, we told you guys last week we're going to the Stalker Walker Con, so we're going to be there. And Shane was the other one.
Oh, Shane's going to be there?
Yeah, he's going to be there
cool,
too.
Man. Cool.
So, and then in March 27th, 28th, 29th of 2015, so quite a ways away, quite a time frame away, but Expo 9, it's a convention that's going to be in Cherry Hill area in New Jersey.
That's home, yo.
And we're going to be there as well, and we're going to have a booth there. We're going to have our good friend Dr. Essex there, and he's going to have a bunch of his own collection of figures.
Crap, basically. I'll have my crap, too. We're all bringing our...
And we'll see who else has. We're going to see if we can get some comic books there. So we're going to try to be selling some stuff to.
Try to build up my staff collection so I have a reasonable amount to bring with me.
So yeah.
Do we have a Patreon?
Oh, what?
A patriot?
Patreon.
I'm kind of patriotic. I mean, what about you?
I'm very patriotic.
My gosh, no, Patreon. Basically, what we can do is we could probably set up an account so people can choose to donate money to us, and donators get exclusive behind-the-scenes looks.
So kind of like a Kickstarter, huh?
Yeah, but it's more for a radio show sort of thing rather than potato salad.
I love potato salad.
Not me, sir.
I love potato salad. It's my guilty pleasure.
That guy made
Gastrol.
potato salad.
All right. Well, no, we don't have one of those, but
Oh,
we'll have to talk later about it.
going back to Stalker Walker, you said dead people. Is Andrea going to be there?
Yes.
She'll be there too?
Yes.
Oh, cool, man.
She'll be there. Lizzie, the crazy, will be there.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't like her.
I like her.
Freaks me
I
out.
want to see,
You like her?
well, not.
You like her that way?
Shut up, man. That's
You're
not
sick,
right.
beard
You're
man.
You're
bearded,
sick.
you freaking bearded weirdo.
You're sick for even thinking.
Why are you
that.
blushing, Mike? Again.
You're blushing right now.
I don't blush. I'm too
He's crossed his legs.
I'm too olive oil. I'm an eggplant.
When I laugh, my cheeks get red.
Well, you see,
So-
as I
That's
said,
what he says.
I'm not actually English. They just kind of pretend I'm in England, and he's crossing his legs.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. So now that we've all
Isn't it time?
beaten me up a little bit, it is time for our movie quote. You guys give us a call, 201-580-3712. And call in, try to guess the movie quote. This evening we are giving away, courtesy of Corrosive Radio, which we tried to give it away before, but nobody won the prize. It's NES game Goonies 2, and also from Jedi Knight Academy, check out Danny at jkagear.com. He's going to be giving you the option of a Star Wars T-shirt if you can correctly guess our movie quote of the evening.
So pick up the phone.
Pick up the phone and give us a call. So,
I'm geeking out.
Oh, sorry.
Do
So
it.
here's the movie quote, and 201-580-3712. Give us a call.
I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to know you at all. I can't stand it. Have you ever seen a body like this before in your life?
She happens to be my daughter.
Oh, well, then I guess you have.
Coming down?
Yeah. No, seriously, listen, if there's ever anything I can do for you, or more to the point, to you, you let me know, okay?
Can you hammer a 6-inch spike through a board with your penis?
Not right now.
A girl's gotta have her standards.
Susan.
All right, so if you guys know that movie, give us a ring, 201-580-3712. James, if you know it, you can message me.
Or if you know anybody who could actually do that,
Definitely.
let me know also.
If you
Is
can
it
do
bad
that,
that I do?
if you can do that, give us a call, 201-580-3712. I'll play it one more time for you guys out there in Geekland.
Mike, you're blushing again.
I really don't get that one.
I didn't think you would, but it is. I'll give everybody a guess. It's 1985.
85, great
Because we're
year for
going-
movies.
We're going for geek movies in the 80s. That's what the theme is this month. So
It's not the Goonies.
and it's not the Goonies. So I'm gonna play it one more time for you.
I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to know you at all. I can't stand it. Have you ever seen a body like this before in your life?
She happens to be my daughter.
Oh, well, then I guess you have.
Coming down?
Yeah. No, seriously, listen, if there's ever anything I can do for you, or more to the point, to you, you let me know, okay?
Can you hammer a 6-inch spike through a board with your penis?
Not right now.
A girl's gotta have her standards.
Susan.
All right, so there it is. And if you know the answer, 201-580-3712. And James, I see your message here, and you are correct, my friend.
I say yes.
And I say yes, you are correct. And, it doesn't count because you probably Googled it, but...
Shh, they don't know that, Mike. The tag was literally 1985, penis board. That's on my history forever now.
Nice. All right. So give us a ring. We'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, we're going to jump into the next segment here, and it is going to be my favorite as always. So here we go.
It's Mike's Star Wars lesson number 3.
All right. So jumping into it, we do 2 of these every time here. So to start off, quoting Yoda, all right? Wars do not make one great. And it's a real thing. I mean, they don't. With all the drama in the world today, everyone just needs to get along, I think.
Rosetta.
What's that?
We're looking at you, Rosetta.
The second one here, I can't really go into it, but I really just, I think I'm going to stick with the one this week because the other one I picked out, really, I'm not a fan of right now. So I think I'm going to stick with the one. So that's your lesson for the week.
But why?
Because it's general. All right, I'll just throw it out there. You talk me into it. Why? All mentors have a way of seeing more of our faults than we would like. It's the only way we grow.
Padme.
From Padme.
So don't take that into consideration at all. 'Cause
Take your
nobody cares what
corrections.
Padme thinks.
It's basically take your corrections in life and learn from them. That's it. Learn from your mistakes, people out there in Geekland. Because we all make mistakes We all have excuses.
Like the time I tried to put that nail through that board.
With my penis.
God. I always get a pimple there every Christmas Eve.
I can think of about two so far. One of them being the Paul McCartney impression. The other being last week with the sound.
Okay, so yeah, you learned from your,
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna do this on you though.
Green Giant.
The Green Giant.
That's what it reminded me of. I don't know.
That's great.
Oh.
Fat Jabba.
That was.
Yeah, it was Jabba.
Fat Jabba.
It was Jabba's laugh in Return of the Jedi when he's like Luke says.
Greetings, Exalted One.
I felt that was a real rip-off of Green Giant. Now that actually...
No.
Greetings, Exalted One.
Jared, just...
Stretch out with your feelings.
Yes.
Feel it, Jared. Feel it. That was Peter Griffin?
Yep.
Yeah. That wasn't bad. I mean, you could use a little improvement on that, but...
Yeah. It's good.
So, moving it along here, I'm going to jump into my Rosetta Space Probe talk because, just recently on the 12th of November, we had a historic event that happened for mankind. We actually landed on a comet. Not man, but, we landed something on a comet. A comet, I'm sorry. But it's the Rosetta Space Probe. It has a 12-year journey. The European Space Agency launched the Rosetta Stone. You're messing me up, Toombs, because you keep telling me Stone. That's what I have in my mind now when I say Rosetta. So anyway, they launched the Rosetta Space Probe on March 2nd, 2004. Did I say it again? No, you're just laughing at me. So they launched it on an Ariane 5 rocket, and it's part of a mission called ESA, Horizon 2000 Cornerstone Missions. And it has two elements of this probe, all right? The first one is called Rosetta, and the second one is called Philia. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's about the landing probe is called Philia. And it's about the size of a washing machine. It's a robotic lander with 9 instruments. The Rosetta probe itself has about 12 instruments. And the mission is to orbit Comet 67P for about 17 months. And it's designed to complete the most detailed study of a comet, I can't even say the word right, comet ever attempted in mankind's history.
Now, you said it's Aryan. I mean, how big is the swastika on the side?
It's the Ariane 5 rocket.
I'm looking at it's right there on paper.
So anyway...
Isn't this linking in with the idea that came up about 2 years ago now for mining comets and asteroids in space for resources?
Well, that's part of the whole thing. That's what they're going to this comet for is part of it. But the main focus is to find out where the solar system came from, basically.
So if you've ever watched the movie Armageddon, like seriously with the drillers,
right? Yeah,
going into the
and that's what it reminds me of, really.
That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah,
it's the first thing I thought of. Bruce Willis drilling and probing.
Yeah, and Buscemi, is that his
Bruschetta?
Buscemi, the guy from Boardwalk Empire. He goes crazy, doesn't he? On
Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi. No,
Buscemi.
Whatever. So,
Bruschetta Stone.
The Rosetta Stone. So anyway, it's the
one thing I love about the human race. We do something spectacular. We land a probe on a comet, and it is a feat of engineering and ingenuity.
Yeah.
And what do the women of the internet explode with? Hey, shit, sexist. Yeah.
I know. That's so ridiculous. I mean,
it's like, come on.
Yeah, he had a sexist shirt on. Who cares? I mean, people it just made me upset. But anyway,
I see women walking around with men with just abs on it, and I don't go, that's objectification of men because not all men have abs. Nah. And then,
yeah, where's the beer belly shirt?
I'm sorry, but what's coming out this year? 50 Shades of next year 50 Shades of Grey. I don't really see women complaining about that.
Yeah, right. And that's like their porn supposedly.
It is. They're too classy to watch porn, but they'll sure read the crap out of it.
Yeah. So anyway, getting back to the probe.
Sorry if I offend anyone, by the way. I don't have to cry on camera and apologise. The Rosetta Stone guy. God damn it.
Rosetta Stone guy?
God damn it, dude.
Don't stone the Rosetta guy.
we need a soundboard that's literally just me going, God damn it, to him, or all of us.
So,
I know it, right?
Now, James, I'm sure you're familiar with the European Space Operations Center. Have you been there before?
Definitely not. I mean, I've been to NASA, but I've not been to the other one.
It's in Germany. I don't know how far you are from Germany, but
I'm about, I want to say, a 4-hour flight.
Okay, so
lily pads.
That's where the mission control is in Germany.
Major Tom.
Ground control to Kaiser Tom.
4, 3, 2, 1. But it's taken about 10 years for Rosetta to catch up to this comet 67P, which is pretty cool. I mean, it did 3 Earth assist jumps, like slingshot jumps with Earth, and then it did one with Mars to catch enough speed to actually catch up to this comet. On November 12th, the lander touched down, which just passed, taking 7 hours to actually descend to the surface.
So how does it get back?
Well, the comet is on a path to orbit the sun. So in 2 years' time, it'll be orbiting, or it'll be going around the sun, and it'll be heading back out into deep space.
One thing that I think would be interesting is if we manage to land one on Halley's Comet.
Who knows? Maybe we'll do that, and then by that time, we'll actually start mining that bad boy.
Yeah. And then hopefully Richard Branson gets his program off the ground and stops blowing up pilots, and he'll have to watch it.
But it took about 2 times for the lander to actually land. It was supposed to have some kind of harpoon system that malfunctioned, and then it bounced a couple times because the gravity out there is just nil. And so I heard 2 times, I heard 3 times. I don't really know the actual answer before it actually landed and touched down. So this lander, Philia, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but once it landed, it started doing it hasn't started, but there's been some complications with it thus far. But the main objective for it was to drill into this comet about a foot down into the surface, take a core sample, and test it and see what all this stuff is made of. Because they have theories and that comets were what we are all made of. So I think we got we had a caller, but anyway, call back there, buddy. There he is. Okay, so let's see who it is. Welcome to Geek Blast. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Matthew McConaughey. From LA right now.
Hi, Matthew. How are you?
I'm in the center of a black hole. I just got dumped into it in the movie Interstellar.
Matthew, if you could speak up just a tiny bit.
I just want to say that Toombs is right. It's a completely Aryan mission. I mean, ask yourself, Toombs, how many black people said that probe? There was none.
We have no idea.
There was none. It was all white people. Europe, all white people.
So how was your co-host in the movie?
I'm sorry, say that again. Matthew McConaughey cannot hear you right now.
How was your co-host in the movie?
Well, I reached out and touched her through a black hole.
Well, that's quite amazing, Matthew.
Did it suck you in?
We're talking about my co-host. I don't know why my impression is going into a black Southern man right now. But
It was that black hole.
All right, well, Matthew, I think the black hole is distorting your voice. That's probably why.
Right, you're absolutely right. That's exactly why I don't sound like myself.
You kind of sound like Bob from Walking Dead. I don't know.
Bob, it's a black man. That's it.
Tainted meat, you know?
Toombs, I just want to say you're so right about the alien swastika. It should have been there.
I know.
All right. So tell us, Matthew, how, other than reaching out to your co-host through your black hole there, how was it with your shirt off in space?
Well, that's how I warmed myself. That's how I survived getting dumped into a black hole.
He's just like Superman absorbing the rays of the black hole.
My shirt off, and there was a lot of Magic Mike action happening there.
All right. Well, thank you for giving us your your insight.
Keep up the good work, Matthew.
Definitely deodorize frequently, my friend. Remember that. It's key to survival in space.
Use Parmesan cheese.
Take care.
On everything.
A little bit of Romano Giuliani.
A bit of Rosetta Stone.
All right.
Bit of Rosetta Stone on the side.
All right. Well, that was Matthew McConaughey calling in to tell us about
the evil Aryan 5.
I don't really know what, but
I didn't hear Matthew too well. I mean,
yeah, he was
it just shows he was far off.
He was in the black hole. That's
out
why.
There, yeah.
I mean, that's a whole nother universe out there.
He's got to learn how to use holes a little better than that.
That was a good one. So where was I?
Oh, no.
Where is he?
Where's
Rachel? All right, so getting back to the probe.
Anyone want one of these?
Anybody want a probe? All right, so real fast, let's just get over with this.
Real fast probe, mate.
Lying to me.
So the probe is going to drill down about a foot, see what the world, the universe is made of, and that's the theory. You know, everything came from comets, the water, life itself, and everything like that.
Well, did you know that the moon was created when a small planet collided with what was Earth?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we all know that because we all watch the Science Channel and BBC Science. So, but that's not the topic at hand. Thank you.
The moon was a piece of the Earth. Afterwards, the Earth kind of looked like pizza. Broke apart like a pizza.
So these tests that the lander will be doing will help us understand the origins and evolution of the solar system. The composition of the comet itself should tell us tons of information, give us a lot of data. But most likely, in my opinion, it's going to give us... Pinches of power.
That kind of data?
Yeah, data. $100 bill. But most likely, in my opinion, it's going to give us more questions than answers. If they're successful. I mean, they had some issues with the battery power, and then they were talking about putting it under hibernation. You know, so until it got closer to the sun, because they landed in a crevice.
Yes.
And what color was this crevice?
Black. It was black crevice. So therefore, it can't absorb the sunlight for the solar panels that are on there.
Any kind of comparison to the kind of crevice McConaughey is in right now as we speak?
We can only hope.
I don't believe that he could actually reach his hands through other crevices, though. He's in one crevice and he's stuck in that crevice.
But who knows? Black holes could be a crevice that
he
we
reached
don't
his
even know
hand
about.
through another crevice.
And that's how he touched his co-host. So
I don't believe it, sir.
So like I said, it's going to give us more questions, I think, and it's going to give us answers too. But in August 2015, it'll be near the sun, and that's when it's going to, end its mission. The lander will probably, no doubt, burn up, but the probe itself, will be orbiting this comet for we don't really know how long. One thing is for sure, we're going to get some amazing photographs. We're going to get, probably some good
samples.
Video.
Lots of samples. We're going to finally know if it's filled with Kool-Aid, High C, or that other stuff, that name brand garble.
And what kind of gamma it's going to be giving.
Yeah.
But
probing for Kool-Aid, my
real
friend.
quick, some of the instruments that are on this thing, obviously cameras, spectrometers, sensors, and
The flute.
also experiments that work at different wavelengths they're going to be doing. So infrared, ultraviolet, microwave, and radio. So who knows? We might be broadcasting one day from this comet.
That'd be hilarious. The aliens just be like, what are these idiots on about?
And it's also going to tell us interactions with solar wind, which is pretty cool if you think about it. Because, you got those solar sails that they have, so they could tell us a lot about how solar wind works. But there's been about 50 different contractors from 14 European countries, the USA included, and the cost of this thing was about €1 billion.
No, so that's... I mean, the euro and the pound are pretty much equal.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
So that's that, and we kind of went over time here, but let's jump into games real fast with Tombs. So let me do the little...
Yeah, no. Yeah, I left that afterwards.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go.
Okay, so Tuesday, the Assassin's Creed games released.
That's this Tuesday?
This past Tuesday.
Oh, the 11th.
Unity.
Unity and Rogue. AC Unity, 7s and 8s across the board. I was hoping for much more, but from what the critics say, when they all give it the same rating, usually that's kind of what it is. From what I'm hearing, and from what I have seen graphically, it's mesmerizing, sir. Absolutely beautiful. Everything you'd expect out of the, the next gen, or shall we say current gen now. We're talking, like the old school Assassin's Creed games. You'd probably have about 500 NPCs on screen at one time. Max. They got probably about 10,000. On screen. So that's like 20 times the amount,
Also, I've been watching this YouTuber do playthroughs, and it is one hell of a good game. Like, you were walking through the street, and the NPCs will just start fighting.
Yeah. I mean, it looks gorgeous. And
the UFCs are fighting?
The NPCs.
Oh,
man.
sorry.
Yes. But, yeah, I mean, where it kind of lacks is I'm hearing there's a lot of tech issues.
Frame rate drops.
For frame rate, stuff like that. The story is definitely lacking, which Assassin's Creed up until this point I feel has always kind of had like a really in-depth, engaging story. You know what I mean? So for it to be lacking in the story area is a little bit of a letdown. Maybe they just kind of focused too much on the beauty this time around. It was totally revamped. The combat system, the stealth system, all that was revamped. It takes place in Paris. Beautiful Paris. Amazingly, for the time period, there is not one instance of the Revolutionary War going on, which is kind of a letdown.
Really?
So it's another negative.
Isn't that what they go on, though?
They kind of just left it out.
Really?
Yeah. It's just missing, and it feels like it should be there. You know what I mean?
That's when all of the French lords and stuff came over to England.
Yeah, man. It's
actually how half of my family came to England.
Yeah, it's a period that's seriously lacking from the game, and it should be in there. If you look at the year and the dates that it plays across, it should be there. Now as for its little brother, AC Rogue, Assassin's Creed Rogue, on the older systems, it stays really true to the older games. You know what I mean? If you play Black Flag, you'll feel right at home. You know what I mean? Lots of cruising, ship cruising, stuff like that, just like Black Flag did. I felt like it was getting really repetitive, the older games. So I was really looking forward to the new way of playing, you know what I mean, that new revamped system. That's my take on it. I know, like Dave, like your brother, he absolutely adored Black Flag.
Yeah, he definitely did.
So he's going to love this one.
But he's a huge pirate lover.
Yeah, I mean, he should feel at home with this one.
I'm a big pirate lover myself.
But I was starting to feel that the old formula was getting repetitive, but... Hey, to each his own, man.
Now, let me ask you real fast, Toombs. I did see in the trailer that there was like a wormhole jump into the future of some sort in Unity.
Haven't they always kind of...
Do they always do that, though?
Jumping all over the place, yeah.
So it brings you to like the current, I seen like the Eiffel Tower in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, obviously... So what do you think? They just jump out of that whole time period and come into the future?
Well, the way that the other games always played out, I don't know the exact, way that the story's playing out in this game, but it always used like the animus or some sort of means to connect to past events.
Right. Okay.
So he's not actually teleporting; he's tapping into old memories or old events. You know what I mean? So that's usually how that plays out with Assassin's Creed. I've been playing a little game called Sunset Overdrive, what actually has been really cool, man. At first I thought it looked kind of corny, but it's kind of like a mix between, if you ever played, me and Mike actually played a lot, if you ever played Jet Set Radio,
Jet Set Radio, great game.
It was a Dreamcast game.
Yeah.
Awesome game, though. Real stylish, real fun, addicting gameplay. It's kind of like a mix between that and like a classic shooter, kind of like Loaded. You know what I mean? But it's fun, it's different. You know what I mean? So far it's being rated as, probably one of the best games released on, the new consoles.
What do you think of the premise of the game with the energy drinks?
It's a little hokey and, whatever, but it's fun as hell, man. And the weapons you get and stuff, it's fun. You know what I mean?
You gotta get on that grind, literally.
You grind everything. Just like Jet Set Radio, like I was saying.
Yeah, and then the other thing that was cool in that game was the tagging everything up.
That it doesn't have.
Yeah.
That it doesn't have, but, I mean, as far as grinding everything, like power lines, handrails, everything, you just grind it on your sneakers, So mix that with gunplay and upgrading and getting better and cooler guns, fighting bigger and stronger monsters, it has everything a lad like me could love, in life. That's all that matters, It's as much fun as probably Zombiever munching a shag of white huffing potpourri. If that makes any sense. You had to watch the movie, but if you ever get to see Zombiever, you probably shouldn't even watch it.
No, watch the movie.
No, don't watch it.
Watch it. Zombiever. It's on. Well, it's probably not on Netflix. Where did we see it? Did we see it on your box there?
It was on the box through NaviX, but do it while huffing white scented potpourri. And
not purple, white.
White scented potpourri. I'm telling you, that dusted white potpourri, it's key. So, what else we got here? Next week should be interesting. We got Far Cry 4 coming out, which I'm really not a fan, but I may pick it up because it finally looks like it's getting out of the tropics, and I was getting sick of the tropics. So, based on that, different environments finally, I may be inclined to play it, I can't stand games that take place in the tropics. I don't know why.
You don't like the heat?
I don't like it, man. I've always, kind of shunned away from the heat. But even better next week, coming out is Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yes.
The new Dragon Age game.
That's the game.
What?
Remember I was telling you?
What?
That we have to do with the whole...
Oh.
Yeah, that was the game, I think.
I'm way ahead of him then.
Yeah.
So anyway. I'll have it on day one, and definitely looking forward to it.
And you're going to have that on PS4?
I have not decided yet, sir.
Yeah.
It depends. I'll look at the reviews and see if there's any difference between the two systems, and if there's not, maybe I'll get it on the Xbox Ones. My Xbox One library needs to feel a little bit of loving. I've been neglecting it.
Yeah, you have. Just to be safe, probably go with PlayStation for the fact that they keep buying everything.
Yeah, they do. But I don't think, as far as from what I heard, there is no exclusive content on either or, But yeah, some, if you guys are looking for anything to play right now, there's a lot of games out. October and then November, slew of games have been, coming out and will be trickling off the shelves. From Sunset Overdrive to the Assassin's Creed games, Evil Within, great game. Destiny, of course. Lords of the Fallen, I hear, is actually a pretty decent RPG. Halo Blaster Queef submission just released last Tuesday. Now, it is the Blaster Queef submission.
Submission of Queefs?
It has the second game, revised, revamped for your pleasure. The third game, the fourth game, all revised, revamped for your pleasure. So,
wow. So get on it.
Does that mean anything to me? Unless it's totally revamped, revised, and made specifically for my pleasure, then I probably won't touch it with a 10-foot pole. But
honest, if it was that way, Cortana would not look the same.
Katana? I was always a fan of Melina.
She's got a face like Baraka.
Yeah. Also, last Tuesday was a big date in gaming, obviously. Call It Fruity Modern Porn, where it came out. 13. I probably won't touch that one either.
Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, Advanced Warfare. I'm not going to touch that one either because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of those 5-hour missions that go nowhere and stink.
I'm looking forward to Master Chief.
Smell like horse.
Smell like horse, I tell you. There was, however, this last Tuesday, a good Sherlock game, a Sherlock Holmes game that came out that actually is supposedly decent. It got 8s across the board, and I may actually dabble my stick in there a little bit.
Give me a link to where I can get this.
That is a poll I may grab, actually.
Yeah, I'll talk about Master Chief Collection if you don't really want to. Then
talk about it, James. Go ahead.
Master Queef Collection.
Give us a little info on it.
If you want to hear Master Chief like that, just watch the RB and Chief series.
Mm-hmm.
No, never watched that. Okay.
No.
Can't say I have.
I think you guys would like it. It just takes the piss out of Halo.
Okay.
Okay. Basically, with the Master Chief Collection, I've been looking forward to it. Obviously, I'm still on 360, so I don't get a chance to play it yet. Womp womp. And basically, the one I'm looking forward to most out of it is definitely Halo 2 because anniversary.
Yeah, me too. That was my favorite Halo. You might play that one.
Because obviously I missed the boat on that.
Mm-hmm.
I never got a chance to play Halo 2 online.
Really?
I have the game, but I never got to play it online, so I'm wanting to do that.
I mean, it's 4 games in one. I mean, for a $60 package, I mean, I'm just hoping they're really revised. You know what I mean? Like, really pretty. You know what I mean? If they're not good looking, I'm not going to be
I've watched the playthrough of the Halo 2 aspect. And you know the basic, boring, really crappy-looking first mission, where you get out of your cryo chamber, and then you're going through the look left, look right, look up, look down, then test your shields. That whole thing looks so much better.
Oh, nice. So I may pick it up, man. I may pick it up.
Yeah, the guy you're talking to is basically like, he's doing hand gestures, actually pointing now. And just the scene where the guy goes, "You better not scratch it," and he goes, "Tell that to the Covenant."
Nice.
It looks pretty good.
So I mean, queefles and queefettes out there. I mean, if you if you queef regularly, I mean, I'd try the Master Queef Edition. I mean, $60, 4 games, and if it's really nicely done, revised,
revamped for your pleasure.
Yeah, for your pleasure. I will try it, sir. I will. I mean, it's 4 games.
You may have to be alone during the Cortana cutscenes, but yeah.
Yeah, of course, my horse. But it is 9 o'clock now.
You came for her.
Travel guide.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I must. I
gotta
have
do
to.
travel
I have to
guide.
mention that really
Gosh.
quick. Good old 19.
Fast, we're gonna do the little opening tune to choose the travel guide.
Go for it.
This is Doomsay's tantalizing, deep twisting travel guide.
Good old James wasn't born yet, but 1995. Have you ever heard of that year? 1995. It was probably about 3 years before you were a spermage. I'm thinking
You were just a little sperm in your
little
daddy's
spermy
testes.
floating through that stream of glory. But 1995, little game that we were addicted to, Twisted Metal 2.
Seriously addicted.
I really can't believe James didn't exist, but we were sitting there huffing something, playing it, probably for about 24 hours straight.
Yeah.
My opinion, the greatest Twisted Metal ever made. And if they would redo that game, that's a game I'd like to see redone with, in all its glory. With
Well, they did do a revamped one, but it sucked, if I remember correctly.
No, they've done different games.
It was Twisted Metal Black,
which was actually
the last
good.
one. No,
it was good.
Oh, that one was good.
The last 2 Twisted Metal games were very good.
Oh, I don't know.
But I
heard
still feel 2 had the best land layout.
Yeah.
Things like that. Best characters, best
Characters were
stories.
great.
So I'd love to see that one redone in New Gen glory.
And that was when you were actually able to play as Sweet Tooth. That second one. I think the first one
you were
gave
able
you
to
an extra character at the end of the game. The first one.
The second
But
game,
he was a pickable, a playable character of the second game, I believe.
The first game, I think Sweet Tooth was the boss, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the
second.
boss.
Second game, Dark Tooth was the boss.
Dark Tooth was the boss, and Sweet
And Minion
Tooth was
Minion was the mid boss.
Right.
You could unlock Minion and Dark
The boards
Tooth.
were just ridiculous. I mean, they were
I loved
great.
it, man. Paris, you had Paris once
Yep.
again. You had Antarctica, New York City, Holland, which probably my least favorite. It was just like a field with windmills.
Yeah.
If you remember.
Yeah.
But the music was great. It was great, dude.
And it had the screeching of the wheels in the beginning.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
great.
I mean, for those of you who remember that iconic music, we got a little taste for you at the end of the show. But yeah, Twisted Metal 2, man. If you've ever been curious about the Twisted Metal games, try it. I mean, you're going to be.
That was on PlayStation.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, playing it now, you're going to be looking at a wreck of a game.
Yeah, of course.
That's why I feel like it, really needs to be redone to feel what I feel, man. What I felt in those days.
For you to feel what we're feeling.
Yes, in those days. To get that pleasure factor.
Yeah, I won't lie. My early gaming days, I say early, I mean really early, was literally the Spider-Man 2 game, which came out in 2004.
That was yesterday for me.
Yeah.
It really was yesterday.
Yeah.
But
So check it out. We're going to get into our Geekly Desires right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a little tune for you for that. Here it is.
As the show winds down, now it's time for our Geekly Desires.
All right. So, James, kick it off, man. What's your Geekly Desire?
Sorry, I was trying not to laugh.
What's your Geekly Desire,
eating
James?
falafels again?
Falafels and queefs?
Hear him quiver.
Okay. Well, my Geekly Desire this week, I haven't put much thought into it. So, I want to say James Bruton, the YouTuber, his Hulkbuster suit that he's making. James Bruton is a YouTuber, also known as X-Robots, who is making a pretty much life-size Hulkbuster Iron Man suit out of 3D printed parts, bits of foam, and it looks amazing.
Any Iron Man suit that I've seen, I saw a really cool one on Facebook. I'm pretty sure I put it on our Facebook page, but it was like a sick Iron Man suit. Had the face mask that came up and down. His back moved, and it was just amazing. But yeah, I don't know if it's the same guy, but
no, James Bruton is.
How much is it, James?
He isn't selling it; he's just making it for himself. Because he makes 3D printed parts, and he's like, I'm making this, and I'll film it. He is from Southampton in England.
There is a Southampton in New Jersey, I believe.
It is in England.
All right, Toombs, what do you got for us, buddy?
Very modest here. I'd like some professional sanding tools for my staffs, man. Like heavy duty tools.
Yeah.
For my staffs, like
Nice.
the big mounted machines where I could sand things real quick.
Yeah.
Power grinder.
Mass production.
Yes, that's what I would like because my Dremel sucks. What about you, Michael?
Well, I'm taking my Geekly Desire straight out of the catalog of Hammacher Schlemmer. And if you guys are familiar with Hammacher Schlemmer,
nope.
Is it Slavic?
No. It's a catalog that's been around for about 166 years.
Wow.
And they have the best products, and it says offering the best products. And every product in it says the best or the greatest, or that's just every product. But the product that I'm going to pick out of here is very extravagant, and it's a submarine sports car. And the sports car is actually taken straight out of the... it's inspired by the Lotus that's driven by James Bond and The Spy Who Loved Me.
You're welcome, America.
Thank you, James.
But it is amazing. If you see the pictures of it here, it's crazy. It's a submarine sports car. And it's about $2 million.
That's it?
$2 million, that's it. It's chump change.
That's reasonable.
Some of the things that it has in it.
Ejector seat?
No ejector seats. On it.
Then what's the point?
But it is a zero-emissions vehicle.
Oh.
So it is green.
So it goes about 5 miles per hour. No.
But it is an electric car.
Solar energy.
Goes zero emissions vehicle used with 54 kilowatts, 160...
Yay, no road tax.
Yeah.
160 gigawatts.
1.21 gigawatts.
The one thing it doesn't do is travel to the future.
It does not have a flux capacitor.
There's no flux capacitor.
Which has nothing to do with anal.
Jesus, dude.
He has nothing to do with that.
I gouge.
You gouged?
It's got a 48-volt lithium-ion battery, which allows it to reach a maximum speed of 75 miles per hour, which ain't too bad. It's not 85 miles an hour, but...
Yeah.
Oh, what a gash.
18 miles per hour, that's why it can't time travel. It just can't.
It's a two-person vehicle, and, you know, the interior is impervious to fresh water or salt water. So you can go into the ocean, too. The onboard laser-guided sensor enables the sports car to operate autonomously, and special conditions and guarantee limitations apply. Call 1-800-227-3528 for details.
And just like Mr. Rogers, this is all make-believe.
I swear, it's on the book of Hammacher Schlemmer. So, that has been our show for the evening.
Exciting.
Excuse me as I wharf.
Wharf everybody away.
Make sure you guys tune in Sunday nights for Burnt Film. Always listen to Corrosive Radio and their fabulous selection of music. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year. And we're going to give you a little bit of twisted metal action.
Oh, yeah.
So tune in next week. Same time, same channel. And we'll see you then. 8 p.m.
Geek Blast out.
Goodbye.